What's up, everyone? This is Shah at Just That Stuff SG in sunny Singapore. I started my YouTube channel back in 2009 when I started picking up photography and videography. So since then, I'll do some videos such as camera gear, equipment, motorcycling, home products, and even fishing. So recently, I started this journey of wanting to improve my health and fitness because back in 2021, I suffered a knee injury and I would suffer pain when performing activities that require bending the knee, such as squatting and even running. So that was rather depressing at the time because I'm a fairly active person. I did cross country and athletics when I was in high school. So not being able to do the things that such as dynamic sports was a bit a bit depressing. So I thought I should do something about it. So back in 2022, around September, I decided to maybe starting to pick up running would help address those issues that I have with my knees. No, I won't get into details of how I got into running just yet. Maybe that will be in the later YouTube videos. But to set some context for those watching my this video for the first time, I'm not a fast runner. My fastest 10K that I did back in January 2023 was 1 hour. I've done only one half marathon, and that was at a slow pace of about 7:45 minutes per kilometer. I'm still learning about the science of running. I find it very fascinating that running is there's a lot of things involved. And so in the last 6 months, I'm extremely fortunate to afford and try out many pairs of running shoes. So I thought I document my experience running in these shoes, of course, in the perspective of a beginner runner. Now, I would like to talk about the shoe that I've been using to run with on and off for the last 5 years, which is the Mizuno Glory that I got for free as part of serving national service in Singapore. This was which I got back in 2017, I think, or 2018. So this shoe is 5 years old, and you can see it's relatively worn out. In fact, I already retired it for obvious reasons, but I'll cover that shortly. So I wear a size 10.5 US. I have a slight wide feet of around 4 inches at the widest. So I have a slight overpronation on the right foot, normal on my left, a normal arc, and a volume. So normally I'll go for a wide version if the model has it. If not, I can still wear normal wheel shoes, but I need to pair it with thin socks. Previously, I was a heel striker, but since I started running in the last 6 months, I've somewhat changed to a midfoot strap instead, which I thought was better for my legs. Alright, so let's quickly go through what this is the shoe that actually started off my running at the beginning of my running journey. So I wasn't sure what is the name of this shoe because I couldn't find anything. There's no name to it in this shoe other than in the outsole where there's an X then, but I think that is the name of the outsole itself. When I Google it, it has this weird name called Mizuno Glory in white. Okay, not a very fancy name, but yeah, I'm not sure why. So yeah, I'm not sure what's the price because I got it for free. So this shoe, I found it fairly. I remember being very tight fit when I first started putting this on when it's new, but over time it became very comfortable. As you can, it's relatively wide. So I put it on a moment ago to try it on for old time's sake, and indeed it was comfortable. But when it comes to running, I wouldn't say it's that plush. I would say it's very firm. Maybe because the outsole has really, I don't know, it's already past its due, so expired or something. Okay, so I wasn't familiar what's the technology with there's nothing much online about the Mizuno Glory. If you even Google it, I don't think you find anything about any reviews about it. So, but what I know about Mizuno is that it has a relatively high heel drop. I think it's about 10 to 12 mm. So yeah, so when I first started running this shoe, it was okay. It was rather clunky because it's very, very firm. You can see here the outsole is just, oh my god, it's really firm. I think I know why this shoe was given to national service men like myself, because in whether you are in Singapore, whether you are in the army or whether you're in the police force or civil defense, if you are giving these shoes to new recruits, they'll be running a lot of these shoes, wearing a lot of these shoes, so it's expected to be a lot of high wear and tear. So they definitely need something more robust, more long-lasting. Hence this model. So yeah, so I thought it's a relatively good model for everyday trainer. So yeah, it's overall a comfortable shoe. In terms of fit, I have no issues with fit. It's definitely suitable for my wide feet. So, but let's look at the rest of the shoe. Okay, so it has a normal tongue. The tongue is not gusseted. Okay, it's relatively thick. It's very warm to wear this shoe. It's obviously old tech 5-year-old shoe, so there's nothing much to say about it. It has a very, I think the stack is relatively low. I think it's probably in the 20 mm or about 24, I believe. And there's a stack here. So yeah, and I didn't realize that this shoe actually has a plate. You know, it's a plate, and I only realized this that Mizuno has this wave kind of plate in their new shoes, but actually it's been there all along. I didn't realize that. So you can see that there's a wave in the bottom shoe. I'm pardon my shoe for being very dirty. I've now washed it. In fact, I was supposed to throw this away, but I decided to keep it just for this review. Okay. Obviously the outsole is still looks good after 5 years, but it's definitely contributed to the weight. The weight of the shoe is I measure it about 325 grams. Pretty heavy for a daily trainer, but if you were to talk it, yeah, back in 2017, it's actually fine. Beginner. You ask me to run this shoe again? No, definitely not. It's a bit too stiff for me. But the cushioning is pretty good overall. So overall, I would probably give this shoe, I don't know, 5 or 10 for what it's worth. Okay, so that's the shoe that started it all. Thankfully, I didn't have to run this shoe too often. I probably ran it like 2 or 3 times when I started running, and then I started that, nope, I think I need to get many pairs of shoes, which I'll be covering shortly. So yeah, thank you Mizuno for giving me a start, not a bad start to my running journey.